Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are strapping in for what promises to be, well, an epic journey. We're heading to the land of fire and ice, Argentina.
That's right. We're diving deep into a country that's just full of contrasts. You've got passionate culture, tango obviously, but also this monumental nature.
Yeah, from like subtropical jungles way up north down to glaciers in the south. And, let's be honest, the chance of eating the best steak of your life.
It's a huge country though. Eighth largest in the world, stretches for thousands of miles. So, for anyone listening who's thinking about going, the big challenge is just the scale.
The scale, definitely. And also the logistics, the travel time, and we have to talk about the economic situation, which can seem pretty complex.
Exactly. It looks amazing, but you look at a map, you see the headlines, and it can feel a bit intimidating.
Yeah, overwhelming is probably the word.
Yeah.
So our mission today is really to cut through all that noise. We've gone through the guides, the reports, insights from people on the ground.
To basically give you the shortcut,
Yeah.
how to navigate it all.
Right. Because the core question is, you've got this really long flight, maybe 12 hours or more, and this whole confusing currency thing. Is dealing with all that actually worth it for the experience you get?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or maybe the million-peso question.
Exactly. Let's unpack it. And hopefully show that, yeah, if you've got the right strategy, it's absolutely worth it.
Okay, so where do we start? The nitty-gritty logistics.
Yeah, let's do the hard stuff first. Getting there, and crucially, how you handle the money when you arrive. That seems key.
Okay, getting there. Well, from North America, Europe, you're looking at a long-haul flight, usually overnight,
Right.
almost always landing in Buenos Aires at a Zeiza airport, easy E. There's really no way around the distance. You just got to embrace the long flight.
Step one, accept the journey. But okay, you land. What about visas and stuff?
Good news, mostly. For US, UK, EU passport holders, typically you don't need a visa for stays up to 90 days. Tourist stuff.
Okay, that's straightforward.
But, and this is important, you absolutely must check the official government websites right before you book anything. Rules can change, sometimes quickly. Don't rely on old info.
First piece of solid advice, check official sources. Got it. Okay, now, the money. You mentioned it's complex.
Ah, yes, the money matrix.
Yeah.
This is, without a doubt, the single most critical piece of financial planning for your whole trip. Get this wrong, Argentina feels expensive.
And if you get it right.
It becomes incredibly cheap, like unbelievably good value.
Okay, you have my full attention. Lay it on us. What's the secret?
It boils down to understanding two different exchange rates. There's the official rate, and then there's the unofficial rate.
The famous blue dollar. Dollar blue.
That's the one. Because of currency controls historically in Argentina, the official rate, the one you'd get using an ATM or most credit cards, is usually pretty unfavorable.
Right, gives you fewer pesos for your dollar or euro.
Exactly. But the blue dollar, the rate on the parallel market, gives you significantly more Argentine pesos.
And how significant are we talking? Like a little bit more?
No, much more. At times, it's been almost double the value, double the purchasing power.
Wow. Okay, so that's huge. That's the difference between like a budget trip and a luxury trip for the same money.
Precisely. So the immediate takeaway for you is, do not just whip out your regular credit card for coffees, meals, taxis. You'll be effectively paying way more than you need to. You have to engage with the unofficial market.
Okay, but how do you do that? Safely, I mean. Doesn't unofficial market sound a bit sketchy?
It can feel that way, especially with the traditional method, which is still used, by the way.
What's that?
Bringing crisp, new U.S. $100 bills, emphasis on new and crisp. Older marked ones might get refused.
Okay.
And then exchanging them at these small, informal exchange places or shops called cuevas. Literally caves.
Right. I could see why that might feel uncomfortable for a first-timer. Carrying lots of cash, dealing with unofficial places.
Exactly. So while it works, there's a much better, more modern way that we'd recommend based on the latest reports.
Yeah.
Use an international money transfer service. Western Union. It's the main one people use for this.
How does that work?
You go online, use the Western Union service to send money from your home bank account to yourself, basically in Argentina. Then you go to a local Western Union office there and pick up the cash in pesos.
And the rate they give you?
It's very, very close to the blue dollar rate. Much, much better than the official one. And it's secure, transparent, way less stressful than carrying stacks of hundreds.
That sounds like a game changer. Much more practical.
It really is. But there's always a but, isn't there?
Go on.
The queues. The lines at these Western Union offices, especially in popular spots in Buenos Aires, They can be legendary.
Like, how long are we talking?
Reports mention waiting times of 2 hours, sometimes even more. It can be.
Yeah.
Epic is the word people use.
Oof. Okay, so that's a trade-off. You save potentially a lot of money, but you sacrifice some sightseeing time waiting in line.
Exactly. You have to decide if saving, say, hundreds of dollars over your trip is worth maybe 3 or 4 hours spent in queues. For most people, doing anything more than a super basic budget trip, the answer is yes. But you must factor that waiting time into your schedule. Don't plan a packed morning if you need to pick up cash.
Good practical tip. Plan for the queue. Now, I heard whispers. Are things changing with cards? Some digital options, maybe.
Yes, that's a developing area and worth mentioning for the more tech-savvy. Some digital banks or specific travel cards are starting to process payments using something called the MEP dollar rate.
MEP.
It's another sort of parallel electronic exchange rate. If your card uses that, you might get a rate close to the blue dollar without needing cash.
Okay, so that could potentially reduce the reliance on cash or Western Union?
Potentially, yes. It's making things easier.
Yeah.
But it's not universal yet.
Yep.
And you'd need to confirm your specific card or platform definitely uses the MEP rate.
Yeah.
So the advice is still, don't rely solely on plastic. Always have some pesos obtained at a good rate for smaller things, tips, places that might not take cards, especially outside big cities.
Okay, so the strategy is plan the money carefully, prioritize getting pesos via Western Union or maybe exchanging some crisp dollars, avoid using your standard bank card for everyday spending.
Got it. Nail that. And you've
Right.
banked the value of Argentina.
Right. Next massive challenge. The country is enormous. How do you get around? You can't just rent a car and drive everywhere, can you?
Absolutely not. Not unless you have months. For any significant distance like Buenos Aires down to Patagonia or up to Iguazu Falls near Brazil, flying is really the only practical choice.
The main airline is Aerolíneas Argentinas.
Yep. And here's a quirk you need to know about. Domestic flights often have different prices. There's a cheaper, sometimes heavily subsidized price for Argentinian residents, and then a significantly higher price for foreigners.
Right. So how do you deal with that? Just pay the higher price?
That's often the simplest way. Book well in advance. Budget for the foreigner price. It's still usually way cheaper than a similar length flight in Europe or North America.
Okay.
Some super savvy travelers try booking via local Argentinian travel agents or even using a VPN to try and access the local booking website. But that can be tricky with payments. For most people, booking ahead and accepting the listed price is easiest.
Makes sense. But what about, say, traveling between cities that aren't thousands of miles apart, or maybe overnight travel?
Now this is where Argentina has a fantastic, often overlooked option. The long-distance buses. They call them micros.
Buses?
Are they?
Are they comfortable?
Oh, these are not your average Greyhound. Forget that image. Argentine long-distance bus travel can be a genuinely premium experience, especially if you book the better seats.
What are they called?
Look for cama, which means bed, or cama ejecutivo, executive bed. These seats recline almost completely flat. Think like an old-school business class airline seat.
Seriously, flat beds on a bus.
Pretty much. You get blankets, pillows, sometimes even meal service. It's incredibly civilized.
That sounds amazing. So you could travel overnight, say 10, 12 hours between cities?
Sleep comfortably. Wake up in a new destination, having saved on a night's hotel cost and gained a full day for exploring.
That's a brilliant logistical hack.
Yeah.
Covers distance, saves money, saves time. Genius.
It really is. The network is extensive. Terminals are generally well organized. It's a very solid option for regional travel.
Okay, awesome. So we know how to get there, pay for stuff, and move around. Now, where should you actually stay? Let's talk about setting up a base, starting with the big one, Buenos Aires.
Right, Buenos Aires. It's not just one place. It's a massive city made up of distinct neighborhoods, barrios. And choosing the right barrio really shapes your experience.
So for a first-timer, where do you recommend? Somewhere easy, safe, lively?
Universally, the recommendation is Palermo. It just ticks all those boxes. It's leafy, feels very safe, full of cafes, cool shops, great restaurants, nightlife. It's got a really youthful, vibrant energy.
Sounds ideal. Is Palermo just one big area?
It's huge, actually, and it even has sub-districts. The two main ones you'll hear about are Palermo Soho and Palermo Hollywood.
Okay, what's the difference?
Palermo Soho is maybe more the artistic bohemian side, lots of independent designer boutiques, street art, really cute cafes, fashion stores.
Yeah.
It's got that hip, cool vibe.
Right. And Hollywood, is it actually like Hollywood?
Not quite. It got its name because there used to be TV and film studios there. Now it's basically the place to eat. Some of the city's best, most innovative restaurants are clustered there. Lots of great bars, too. So if food is your absolute top priority, maybe base yourself in Palermo, Hollywood.
Got it. Soho for cool shops and cafes, Hollywood for serious dining, but still both part of that vibrant Palermo feel.
Exactly. Now, if you want something completely different, more classic, maybe more elegant,
Then you know where.
Recoleta. This is the neighborhood they call the Paris of South America. And you can see why.
Grand architecture.
Stunning French-style buildings, wide boulevards, very upscale feel. It's definitely got that old-world European grandeur. Quieter than Palermo, maybe a bit more formal.
And Recoleta has the famous cemetery, right? That's a must-see.
Absolutely. The Recoleta Cemetery is a destination in itself. We'll talk more about it later, but it's a key reason to spend time in that area.
Okay. Palermo for vibrant and trendy, Recoleta for Parisian elegance. What else? Is there a more bohemian historic area?
Yes, that would be San Telmo. This is the oldest barrio, I believe. Cobblestone streets, amazing old colonial mansions, some beautifully restored, some charmingly crumbling.
Gives it character, I guess.
Definitely. It feels very historic, a bit romantic, maybe slightly gritty in places, but it's the real heart of traditional tango culture.
Ah, okay. So if you want authentic tango, San Telmo's the place.
It's certainly a hub for it. And the other absolute must-do in San Telmo is the Sunday market, the Feria de San Telmo.
What's that like?
The whole neighborhood just transforms. The main street becomes this massive, sprawling market, antiques, crafts, street food, performers, and often spontaneous tango dancing right there in the squares. It's incredibly lively, a fantastic experience.
Sounds brilliant. Okay, so those are the main BA bases. What about outside the capital? If you're heading to Patagonia, for example.
Right, Patagonia. You generally base yourself in one of two main towns down south, depending on what you want to do. El Calafate or El Chaltén.
Let's start with El Calafate. What's the vibe there?
El Calafate is the comfortable gateway. It's basically built for tourism, specifically for people visiting the Perito Moreno Glacier.
So lots of hotels, restaurants, tour agencies.
Exactly. All the amenities you'd expect. It's convenient, comfortable, well-organized. Great if you want easy access to the glacier viewpoints, boat tours, that sort of thing.
Makes sense. And El Chaltén sounds different.
Completely different. El Chaltén's nickname tells you everything. The national capital of trekking.
Ah, okay. So this is for hikers.
100%. It's much smaller than Calafate, more rustic, lots of hostels, simple cabins, outdoor gear shops. It feels like a frontier town built for people who love mountains.
And the hiking is right there.
Literally. The trailheads for some of the most famous hikes in the world, like the one to Mount Fitzroy, start right at the edge of the village. You just walk out your door and onto the path. It's all about self-guided adventure and being immersed in nature.
Perfect. Calafate for comfortable glacier viewing, Shelton for serious trekking. Got it. One more base. What about the wine region? Mendoza.
Ah, Mendoza, yes. For wine lovers, this is paradise. You've basically got two main ways to experience it.
Okay.
Option one, stay in the city of Mendoza itself. It's a pleasant, leafy city, and you can do day trips out to the wineries from there. Lots of tours available.
Standard wine region approach. What's option two?
Option two, and this is the one that gets rave reviews, is to actually stay at a winery on a finca.
A finca, like a wine estate.
Exactly. Many of these fincas now have incredible boutique hotels or lodges right there amongst the vineyards.
Oh.
Yeah, imagine waking up, looking out your window at rows of Malbec vines with the massive snow-capped Andes Mountains towering in the background.
Okay, that sounds pretty special. Sold.
It takes the wine experience from just a tasting tour to like a whole lifestyle immersion. If you want relaxation and stunning scenery combined with great wine and food, staying at a finca is probably the way to go.
Definitely seems worth considering. So, choosing your base is crucial city buzz, glacier comfort, hiking hub, or vineyard escape.
It really sets the tone. And speaking of tone
Mm.
and taste,
Mm.
we have to talk about the food, which, let's face it, is a massive draw for Argentina.
Absolutely. Section 3, the Holy Trinity steak, wine, and sweets. We have to start with the steak, right? The asado.
We do, but
Yeah.
it's important to understand the asado isn't just a barbecue. It's a cultural institution. It's a ritual. It's how families and friends gather, celebrate, spend time together. It's huge.
And when you want this experience in a restaurant, you look for a parrilla.
Correct. A parrilla is a steakhouse, basically. And the key to the Argentine way of cooking meat, the asado style, is patience.
Patience, how so?
It's not like slapping a steak on a super hot grill for a few minutes each side. They cook it incredibly slowly, often over embers or low charcoal, not direct flames. Low and slow.
What does that do?
It makes the meat unbelievably tender and flavorful. It cooks really evenly. It's a whole different approach.
Okay, I'm hungry already. What are the key cuts I need to know? If I walk into a Parilla, what should I order?
Well, the two undisputed kings are bife de chorizo,
Which is?
sirloin strip steak,
Mm.
often got a nice bit of fat for flavor, and lomo,
Tenderloin, filet mignon.
exactly, super tender, melts in your mouth, usually the most expensive, but worth it.
Beef de chorizo, lomo. Got it. Any other local favorites?
Oh, yeah. For a real local experience, try vacío flank steak, often very flavorful, or ojo de bicep ribeye. Both are staples.
Okay, good to know. But wait, before the steak even arrives, there's something else you have to have, right? The cheese thing.
Ah, yes. You cannot start a proper Parilla meal without provoletta.
Provoletta. What is it exactly? Just grilled provolone cheese?
It sounds simple, but it's perfection. They take a thick slice or wheel of provolone cheese, grill it often in its own little cast iron skillet until the outside is gorgeously brown and crispy.
Mm.
And the inside is just molten, gooey, cheesy lava, usually sprinkled with a bit of oregano. It's a perfect savory start, gets the appetite going.
Okay, provoletta first, then beef de chorizo. I'm building my order. Now, what to drink with it? Wine, obviously. Malbec.
Malbec is king, especially from Mendoza. It's what Argentina is famous for, right? Rich, dark fruit, smooth tannins. It's a perfect match for grilled steak. You can't go wrong.
But is it only about Malbec?
Good question. No, it's not. While Malbec gets all the attention, Argentina makes some other fantastic wines. And there's one white wine in particular that you really should seek out.
Oh, which one?
Torrontés.
Torrontés. Never heard of it.
A lot of people haven't. It's mainly grown up in the Salta region in the northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Really high altitude vineyards up there, some of the highest in the world.
And what's it like?
It's incredibly aromatic, floral, kind of like muscat or Gewürztraminer, but usually dry and really crisp and refreshing because of the altitude.
Yeah.
A fantastic white wine that most visitors completely miss.
Interesting. Torrontés from Salta. I'll look for that. And the value proposition on wine, you mentioned getting the money right makes things cheap. Does that apply here?
Massively.
Huh.
This is where your blue dollar strategy really pays off. You can go into a nice restaurant, a really good Parilla, and order a genuinely excellent, maybe even award-winning bottle of Malbec.
Yeah.
For the price you might pay for a single mediocre glass of house wine back home, it's astonishing. It completely elevates your dining experience. You can afford to drink really well.
That sounds dangerous in a good way. Okay, steak, wine. What
Yeah.
about snacks and sweets? What's a go-to snack?
Empanadas, without a doubt.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
Baked or fried pastries.
Both. You find them everywhere. They're the perfect quick lunch, roadside snack, whatever. And they vary by region, too.
How so?
Well, up north in Salta, they might be smaller, maybe spicier, often fried. In Buenos Aires, they tend to be larger, often baked. Classic fillings are things like carne asada, beef, often with egg, olives, onions, polo, shredded chicken, humita,
Yeah.
sweet corn, jamón y queso, ham and cheese. Loads of variety.
You could probably live on empanadas.
You probably could. Now, moving from the savory snack to the national sweet obsession.
Let me guess. Dulce de leche.
Bingo. You cannot escape it. It is everywhere. And Argentines are obsessed with it.
Describe it for someone who's never had it. It's like caramel.
It's similar to caramel, yeah, but it's made from slowly simmering milk and sugar until it gets thick and dark and incredibly rich. It's like a sweet, milky jam.
And they put it in everything.
Everything. It's smeared inside croissants, which they call media lunas. It's layered in cakes, like the famous chocotorta. It's swirled into ice cream. Helado de dulce de leche is mandatory. You buy it in big tubs in the supermarket. It's an obsession. You just have to try it.
Okay. Dulce de leche overload expected. One last food drink thing. Mate. That herbal tea drink.
Ah, mate. Yes, you'll see people carrying the distinctive gourds and thermos flasks everywhere. They sip it constantly through a metal straw called a bombilla.
Is it like tea or coffee? What's the effect?
It's made from the leaves of the yerba mate plant, so it's herbal.
Yeah.
It has caffeine, maybe similar to a strong green tea in effect. But the taste is unique.
Unique good or unique bad?
It's definitely an acquired taste. Very earthy, quite bitter, grassy. Most foreigners find it challenging at first.
So why is it so important?
Because it's much more than just a drink. It's a fundamental social ritual. Passing the mate gourd around a group is about sharing, community, connection.
So if someone offers me a sip,
Absolutely take it. It's a sign of friendship, of acceptance. You're sharing the same gourd, the same bombilla. It's quite an intimate gesture, actually.
all right. So accept the offer, brace for the taste.
Pretty much. Try it for the cultural experience, even if the flavor isn't immediately your favorite. It shows respect.
Got it. Right, we're fed and watered, culturally aware. Let's talk about what to actually do, Section 4. Activities and awe. Back to Buenos Aires first.
Dango.
Tango. You have options. The most obvious one is the dinner show.
The touristy one?
Yeah, generally. Polished, professional dancers, flashy costumes, big production, usually includes a meal. It can be fun, very dramatic, a good introduction.
But if you want something more real,
Then you need to find a milonga.
like that.
A milonga is basically a local tango dance hall. It's not a show put on for tourists. It's where ordinary Buenos Aires residents, Puerteños, go to dance tango for their own pleasure.
So it's more authentic, infinitely more authentic. It might be less glamorous, maybe in a community hall or an older building, but you get to see real people dancing with incredible passion and connection. It's much more intimate.
Can you just go and watch? Or do you have to dance?
You can absolutely just go have a drink and watch. It's fascinating. Or, even better, take a tango lesson first. There are loads available. And then go to a milonga to see how it's really done. It's about immersion, not just observation.
Sounds much more rewarding. Okay, another BA must-do you mentioned, the Recoleta Cemetery. A cemetery as a tourist attraction.
It sounds strange, but yes.
Yeah.
It's consistently rated as one of the most beautiful and fascinating cemeteries in the world. People describe it as a city of the dead.
Why? What's it like?
It's laid out on a grid, like a miniature city, with these wide avenues and narrow streets. But instead of houses, it's lined with thousands of incredibly ornate, elaborate mausoleums.
Mausoleums, like
Yeah.
little buildings.
Exactly. Made of marble, granite, bronze. Stunning craftsmanship. Gothic styles, Art Nouveau, Art Deco. It's like an open-air museum of architecture and sculpture, housing the tombs of Argentina's wealthiest and most famous families.
Wow. And Evita is buried there.
Yes, Eva Perón's tomb is there. It's actually relatively modest compared to some of the huge family vaults, but it's a major pilgrimage site, always covered in fresh flowers. It's quite moving.
Definitely sounds worth visiting. Okay, let's leave the city now and head for some serious natural wonder. Iguazu Falls. You said it needs 2 days?
At least. Because it's not just one waterfall, it's this vast system, something like 275 individual falls spread out over nearly 2 miles along the border with Brazil. It's just mind-bogglingly huge.
So day 1, Argentina side.
Yes. The Argentine side is all about getting in the falls. They have this amazing network of metal catwalks built right over the rivers and gorges.
So you get close.
Incredibly close. You walk over the water, around the tops of falls, you feel the spray, you hear the roar. It's a really visceral, immersive experience.
And the highlight on the Argentine side.
It has to be the walk out to the Garganta del Diablo, the Devil's Throat. It's this long catwalk that takes you right to the edge of the main abyss, where a truly immense volume of water just plummets down. The noise is deafening, the spray soaks you. It's pure power.
Sounds intense.
Yeah.
Okay, day 2, Brazil side. What's the difference?
The Brazilian side gives you the perspective. Fewer catwalks getting you right up close, but it offers the most incredible panoramic views of the whole system. That iconic postcard shot you always see. That's from Brazil.
Ah, okay. So you need the up-close immersion of Argentina and the wide-angle overview from Brazil to really get it.
Exactly. You need both to appreciate the sheer scale and beauty. It's worth the border crossing, which is usually pretty straightforward.
Got it. 2 days, 2 sides. Now let's swing completely the other way from tropical jungle to ice. Patagonia. Perito Moreno Glacier. You called it maybe the best site in South America.
It's definitely up there. Possibly the single most awe-inspiring natural site. What makes Perito Moreno special is that it's described as a living glacier.
Living? How?
It's one of the very few glaciers in the world that isn't retreating. It's actually still advancing, slowly pushing forward into Lake Argentino.
Big.
Colossal. The front wall of ice, the face, is about 3 miles wide and towers something like 20 stories high above the water. It's just immense.
What's it like being there?
It's a full sensory overload.
Mm-hmm.
You stand on the viewing platforms opposite it, and you can literally hear it. Deep groaning sounds, loud cracking noises as the ice shifts and moves. It feels alive.
Wow.
And then, the calving. When a chunk of ice, sometimes the size of a house or even a small apartment building, breaks off the face and crashes into the lake, the sound is like thunder. It echoes across the water. It's unforgettable. You just stand there waiting for the next one.
That sounds absolutely incredible. Can you get closer than the viewing platforms?
Yes, several options. You can take boat tours that go along the face of the glacier, keeping a safe distance, obviously.
Yeah.
That gives you a sense of the height. And for the really adventurous, you can actually do guided ice treks on the glacier itself. They kit you out with crampons, and you walk on the ice, exploring crevasses and blue ice lagoons.
Trekking on the glacier, that sounds
That
amazing.
fantastic experience. So viewing platforms, boat trip, ice trek, different ways to experience its magnificence.
Perito Moreno, definitely on the list. Okay, one more major activity back near El Chaltén, the trekking capital, Mount Fitzroy.
Ah, Fitzroy, the icon. If you're in El Chaltén, the main event is the hike to see Fitzroy up close. The classic trek is the one to Laguna de los Tres.
Laguna de los Tres. How long is that hike?
Tough.
It's a full-day hike, usually takes about 8 to 9 hours round trip. It's fairly long, and the last hour or so is a really steep climb up a rocky slope. It's demanding, yeah.
But the payoff is worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
When you finally get to the top of that rise and see the Laguna de los Tres with the sheer granite spires of Fitzroy and its neighboring peaks rising almost vertically behind it, it's genuinely one of the most breathtaking mountain views on the planet. Just iconic. Wow. Okay, so you need to be reasonably fit, start early, bring water and snacks.
Definitely. Proper preparation is key for that one.
Yeah.
But the reward is immense. It's why people go to El Chaltén.
Fantastic. We've covered some incredible experiences. Now let's wrap up with some essential strategy. Section 5. The critical don'ts and understanding the real vibe of the country.
Okay, the don'ts. Number 1, absolutely crucial. Do not try to see the whole country in 2 weeks.
It's just too big.
Way too big.
Yeah.
You'll spend all your time in airports or on buses and see nothing properly. It's tempting looking at the map, but you have to resist.
So what's the advice?
Pick 2, maybe 3 regions at the absolute maximum, like Buenos Aires and Patagonia is a classic, or BA and Iguazu Falls. Focus your time, except you'll probably need to come back.
Okay, focus is key. Don't try to do it all. What's next?
Don't forget the golden rule of money. We need to hammer this home. Do not rely on your standard credit card or debit card for everyday spending.
Unless you've confirmed it uses that MEP rate.
Exactly. Otherwise, use the pesos you got via Western Union or exchanging cash. Using the wrong plastic will cost you dearly because of that official exchange rate. Be disciplined about it.
Right. Cash is still king, or strategically acquired pesos anyway. Number 3, don't.
Don't try to eat dinner at 7 p.m.
Why not?
because Argentines eat late. Seriously late. Restaurants often don't even start getting busy until 9:30 or 10 p.m., sometimes even later on weekends. If you show up at 7, you'll likely be the only ones there. Maybe the staff are still eating.
Okay, that's a big cultural shift. So how do you manage hunger?
You embrace the merienda. It's like a late afternoon snack, maybe around 5 or 6 p.m. Coffee and media lunas, those croissants, maybe filled with dulce de leche.
Yeah.
Or toast, maybe a small sandwich, something to tide you over until the real dinner time.
Adapt your eating schedule. Got it. Any other don'ts maybe about places to avoid or manage expectations?
Yeah, one specific place, La Boca in Buenos Aires, especially the famous Caminito Street.
The one with the brightly colored houses?
That's the one. Look, you'll probably want to see it. It looks amazing in photos.
Right.
But be aware, the really colorful part is tiny, like maybe 2 blocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it feels very touristy, almost like a theme park strip designed just for photos. Lots of souvenir shops, tango dancers asking for money.
First, manage expectations. Go quickly.
Exactly. Go get your photos, maybe spend half an hour. But crucially, be aware that the surrounding neighborhood, away from that main tourist bit, can be quite unsafe. Don't wander off down side streets. Stick to the crowded, well-lit Caminito area and then leave.
Okay, that's very important safety advice. Visit Caminito, but be smart about it. Right, so we've navigated the pitfalls. What's the overall feeling? The vibe of Argentina?
It's fascinating. It's often described as this blend. You've got very European, sophisticated feel, especially in Buenos Aires architecture.
Like Paris to South America thing?
Right.
Yeah.
But overlaid with this incredibly passionate, fiery, emotional Latin American soul. You feel it in the way people talk, interact, their intensity.
Intensity, yeah. You see it in the football crowds.
Definitely. People are warm, incredibly proud, but also navigating this constant economic uncertainty, which adds another layer.
How does that come across?
Often is a sense of faded glory. You see these absolutely magnificent buildings, especially in BA, grand apartment blocks, theaters, banks built during wealthier times.
Yeah.
But now they look a bit weathered, maybe need a coat of paint, aren't perfectly maintained.
Yeah.
It gives the cities this unique, romantic, almost melancholic beauty. It's not shiny and new. It's got history etched onto it.
That sounds quite evocative. Faded glory, but still standing proud.
Exactly. And contrasting with that is the incredible energy and warmth of the people. Social life is everything.
You mentioned the long coffee breaks.
Yeah, coffee isn't just a quick caffeine hit. It's an excuse to sit down for an hour, talk, connect. Conversations are long, friendships are deep. People are genuinely interested in talking to you, incredibly generous and welcoming, despite any national hardships.
That sounds lovely. Okay, so we've been through the planning, the money maze, the food, the incredible sights, the vibe. Back to the big question. After all this, is Argentina worth the effort?
You know, considering everything, the sheer quality and scale of the experiences,
Yeah.
a world-class capital city, arguably the best steak and Malbec combo anywhere, scenery that just leaves you speechless from Iguazu down to Patagonia,
Yeah.
and the fact that you can access all this at incredible value if you handle the money right. The answer has to be a decisive, emphatic yes.
A resounding yes. Book the flight.
Absolutely. The experiences you get, the luxury you could afford, the natural wonder you witness, it's almost unmatched value globally if you do your homework.
Okay, I agree. But there's a condition, isn't there? It's not for everyone.
That's the crucial caveat. It is worth it if you're the kind of traveler who's up for a bit of an adventure. It's not a slick, seamless, easy package holiday.
Right.
It demands effort. You have to plan the logistics, be flexible when things don't go perfectly smoothly, which they might not. Embrace a bit of the chaos that comes with its economic situation and scale.
But if you are willing to put in that effort.
The rewards are phenomenal. Seeing that sunrise hit Fitzroy, feeling the spray of Iguazu, hearing Perito Moreno calving, those aren't just holiday snaps. Those are deep, powerful core travel memories that stay with you forever.
It demands more but gives more back.
Precisely. It's a real traveler's destination. It requires you to engage, adapt, and immerse yourself.
So let's leave our listener with a final thought. Argentina, it seems, is a country that asks something of you. It asks for your planning, your savvy, your flexibility.
It does. It demands you pay attention.
But in return for that effort, it offers experiences that are far richer, deeper, and ultimately more memorable than any perfectly polished, easy destination ever could. Go prepared. Embrace the challenge.
And go earn that incredible asado. You won't regret it.